Yeah, I think we've worked very hard in the pre-season, as we had to do. There's obviously been a long layoff, and within that we have to make sure that you don't do too much too quickly. It can lead to injuries and such forth. And we've had little niggles, we've had one or two concerns like every other team will have. But I think hopefully look forward to the East Bengal game. We have a group available that's ready to give their very best. But the pre-season went well, we worked hard, but as always, it's when the season starts that's what counts. But I think we've worked very hard to get ourselves good in shape physically and mentally, which is really important, particularly in a bio bubble. But the lads have really applied themselves and they've been a real joy to work with. Well, I think like anything, we are the same as every team. We want to be in those positions, we want to be challenging to be up there at the very top end. Of course we do, and everybody has aspirations of being winners. That's why it's such a competitive league. What we have done, and certainly the improvement from last year, Jamshedpur was there for everyone to see. Come into the job, I think the last 10 games of the previous season, Jamshedpur took the least points of anybody. So there was a big job to be done. We certainly improved enormously, but not quite enough to be in those playoff positions. Last year although we came very close, and I've got to say one or two things that went away, we would have found ourselves in those positions. That being said, we can't affect what's behind us, what we can affect is what's to come. And we've put a group together that we think can be really competitive and fight about the top end of those for those spots, and that's what we have to do. Obviously we suffered a terrible injury blow with Farouk. I brought him to the club in January because of the belief and trust and I have in him, and knowing that he's going to get better and improve. That being said, it now provides an opportunity for young Boris, young Coleman, all these young exciting players that are brought to the club, and that's what they have. They have a coach that's prepared to give young Indian players a chance and work with them and make them better, and that's what I'll look to continue to do. Yeah, I've got to say, I think that's a very, very good question. I think that's a real dilemma, because I do believe the 6 foreign players we have got have all got fantastic qualities, fantastic attributes. They've shown up really well in pre-season, and of course there's probably if it's a good problem to have, then of course it is. You'd rather have that problem than the players are out of sort, they're not in good shape in respect of they're not performing well. These boys are, and they're great lads as well. So of course, as a head coach, that's a real dilemma, that we can only have 4 on the field at any given time. That being said as well, obviously from last season where it was 5, it now gives an opportunity to another young Indian player. So of course there'll be challenges in picking the 4 from the 6 to take the field at any given time. But equally, the boys that do take the field will be ready to give their all, and that's what we need, because we think, like most teams, will have fantastic individual players, but our strength is always going to be as a group. So that's what you need to bring. You need to be a member of a team, and it's a team that wins, not individuals. East Bengal?
Yes.
Well, East Bengal is a whole new team in terms of the turnover of players. 6 new foreigners, all very good players. 2 big centre backs, big lad playing in Australia, the Croatian Prici, Misla, Nerijus, who's a champion at Maribor, the central midfielder, Sidoy, the Dutch lad that plays in there, the 2 strikers, Shima, the Nigerian, who's won championships in Molde, and Perisevic is a very, very talented striker. So they did very well. I would suggest East Bengal with a form recruitment, and again they have a number of players that we already know in terms of domestic. Jackie, Amarjeet, Joy, our boys that were with us last year, very, very good players and really good people. And obviously boys like Adil Khan, we've signed one of the top goalkeepers in the league from ATK, so there's no doubt I think that East Bengal are going to be a very good team. The manager, new staff come in, a good manager with good experience, knows football at the highest level. So I think East Bengal are going to be a very good team. We have to make sure we're at our very best, and we'll prepare and give them the utmost respect, but we have to make sure we're at our best. If we're at our best, we always feel that we can win games, and that's what we have to do. But I do know that East Bengal will certainly be a tough challenge in the opening game, that's guaranteed.
I'm very excited. We've had a very tough and enjoyable pre-season, but I think we've got to start the season very quickly and let teams know that Jamshedpur mean business from the off. Like you said there, the playoffs is a target, but I believe with the quality in the squad, we're more than capable of beating any team in the league. So for me, my goal is to win every game. Pre-season went very, very well. We had some tough competitive games, against Bengaluru and Kerala. But I think, the unity and togetherness in the team's fantastic. You know, there's boys from last season that have come on leaps and bounds and massively improved and come out of the show, you know, and you see the real person. So we've got a fantastic team unity, and we're very, very excited for the game against East Bengal.